Hello, welcome to the Scale Model Club lockdown specials. And this week's show we are going to be doing the interior and maybe a little bit of the body of the Lotus S1. Nice. Hello, welcome to another edition of Scale Model Club. This week the interior of the Lotus. I was going to paint this in two different colour greys. I was going to paint the first in a dark grey and then the middle of the seats and the doors in a lighter grey, but it didn't turn out like that. So this is XF dark grey. Sorry, XF24 dark grey. As I said with the kit before, all the bits for the interior are on the same sprue, so I can whack a layer of paint, same colour over the whole sprue. The next piece was to wash it all in a dark black colour, which is army painter colour. So yeah, not a dark colour, I meant a wash. So that's dark shade of army painter wash. And then rub it all over, or rub it off the high places and leave it just all in the gaps. Darkens the rubber down a little bit more, gives it a bit more of a grubby feeling. I didn't want the car to look like it came straight out of the workshop, but I also didn't want it to look like really old and filthy, so I've gone for a mild filth. Hope everybody's doing well, hope everybody's fitting well. I'm in the UK, by the way, in Norfolk, and we're all on lockdown here, so I'm a little bit out of sorts. I found a use for the Kent Models paper, look at that, free advertising. The car didn't turn out exactly how I would have liked it. I think I'll get another one and have another go and make a bit more of an effort with the body. Mainly because I didn't have the materials I wanted, and you can't really go out and get them. So I wasn't 100% happy with the finished article, but the kit is fantastic. Everything fits, it's well manufactured, it's well moulded, no flash, and all the bits are engineered well to fit in with each other. Really enjoyed building it. And being a James Bond fanatic, I loved it. Hasn't put me off doing more cars. I do want to do a few more cars. Might be a while before I do one, because apparently, as it seems, the YouTube community doesn't like cars. So still getting the wash on. Right, that's the wash done and knocked over. Right, let's give that brush a bit of a clean. I'm not quite sure what the next bit of the process was. Oh look, the seats, that's right. How could I forget the seats? So they've had the same colour, same wash. Now I'm just cleaning them off with a bit of baby blood, Johnson's baby blood, or a Q-tip if you're from the States. Thanks everybody for watching all my previous. I've had some really nice comments as well. Thanks very much for the comments. It's greatly appreciated. It really puts a smile on my face when someone says, "Yeah, that's a lovely video." And you're quite welcome to comment with any ideas that you'd like to see, or any ways that you'd like me to, any techniques of modelling you'd like me to try out, and I'll just ignore them and carry on as I do. Right, so this was the bit when I painted the dashboard black. Had a few pictures, had a look, a few pictures of the S1, and it seems like the outside of the dashboard was the grey colour, like the inside of the dashboard, and only the dials were black. So we repainted that in grey. Didn't get the airbrush out for that, just put 2 or 3 thin coats of grey on it. And that to stick the decals on, and there'll be more about the decals a bit later on in the video. But this is me now building up the inside, the interior. So let's kick it off. Sorry about the off-camera stuff. Oh, that was awkward. The pedals were good, the handbrake was awkward. Really awkward. And I'm not very good with tweezers, so that took a while. Scraped a bit of the grey paint and the blue black paint off when I was mucking about with the tweezers, so just touching that in before I put the seats in. So that's the interior apart from the seats. Down the main lower dashboard in where the glove compartment would be. It was quite an easy interior, there wasn't many parts and it is all one colour, so in go the seats. And there we have it, the dashboard. There are a couple of things left. I think we've still got to put the binnacle on and we've still got to put the steering wheel in. It's worth making a lot of time and effort over the dashboard because obviously in the Lotus it has got quite a big windscreen that's on a big rake, so you can see quite a lot of the interior. It's a lovely car. I might buy another one and do the maroon and gold one in You Only Live Twice. No, it is you. Oh. No, forget the name. For Your Eyes Only, that's the one. You know what to get there in the end. For you non-Bond people, won't mean a thing to you.
Nice.
So here we go, the body. I've got my little holder out for car bodies, so I don't have to touch it, just spin it around. And I'm going to paint the whole thing in insignia white. Gummed up the end of the airbrush. So I'll get the whole thing covered in a nice white colour. It's insignia white, which isn't like bright white. It's got like a creamy hue to it. Very, very subtle. But if you actually looked at a proper Lotus, it's what the kind of colour it was. As soon as I had cut the white dry, which was the next day, covered it in some Tamiya clear coat, so it protected what I'd already done. So I'll do the bumper first, or the lower valance, shall I say, it's not the bumper. And also the number plates and headlight covers. This keeps all your paint nice so it doesn't scuff or anything. and it also gives you a good base to put the decals down on. Difficult painting with gloss because you can't obviously see where it's going. But I do like the Tamiya stuff, although it isn't really what you needed for this. Need to watch a few more car videos of the car boys that build the car models, because I want to get that really nice shine on it. I think you have to do a bit more polishing using different products. So now we're going to paint the window frames black. This was very tricky and I really should have masked it up. I must admit that once you get the paint on those windows, it really does come to life. And it really starts to look like a Lotus then. I've just got to do the surrounds of the windscreens and the back window and that black stripe down the middle. Now that was what caused me all the trouble, and the reason it caused me all the trouble is because I think I used the wrong masking tape. The masking tape's fine, I needed a fine line, but this is me masking it up. I needed a fine line tape to make sure I got a good line. I didn't get a good line, and I didn't like the finish. I tried desperately to sort it out, but sometimes it just doesn't work. So yeah, round the edges of the back window and the front window, I masked the line down the side, as you can see. Now this is top tip. Whilst putting the windows in, got my glue, got my finger stuck in the glue. Get yourself some toothpaste. Put your toothpaste in your little tub. Grab yourself a cotton bud. Nothing on it. Dip it in the toothpaste. And then just start to rub the bit where the glue is. And that should clean it off. Now, it takes longer than a couple of rubs. So let's speed this up a bit. And voila, gone. And that's going to help a lot of people out. You should try it on aircraft canopies and all sorts. So let's glue this window in the car. There's a lot of clear plastic that glues into the car, so I'm going to use the ultra thin Tamiya glue to stick it in. Run a thin line of glue in and then stick the window in. So next time you get glue on your fingers or you get glue on the clear parts that you've got, don't panic. Just try a little bit of toothpaste. Nothing else. You know, I wiped all the toothpaste off with a bit of cloth, but just toothpaste. There we have it. Everything's still going well at this stage. Well, no, it's not. It's because I used the wrong masking tape. So now I take the masking tape off, and it's like, oh, all the paint has run everywhere. So yeah, so what I've got myself is I need to get some of that fine line. Well, I used to call it fine line. We used to paint vehicles, but it's the Tamiya do a really thin one that's like rubbery, so it gives a nice edge. Right, let's fit these two together. We've nearly got a car. So we go on over the top. If it wind it a bit, we'll stick it on. Next bit is the rear valance. Now the instructions tell you to stick the rear valance on first, but I found that it just pinged off when you wanted it on, so just put the body on first, as you can see, and then I fitted the rear valance. It just fitted nicer and easier. So this is the front bumper, painted it matte black. Now I've got to cut off the silver pieces, and they get cut off the sprue, cleaned up and stuck on the back of the bumper, so that the glass on the front of the bumper looks like it's a light bulb. There we go, in with the silver. And on the other side. So this is a clear orange from Tamiya. Brilliant stuff this is. I've got clear orange, clear green, clear red. So I use this for the indicator. So one side of the front bumper needs to be orange for an indicator, and the other side's left clear for a side light. So once they're painted, fit the number plate on the front. So next job is to cut off the clear parts because the bumper's dry, and stick the lenses into the holes. I used contact to clear to do this because I didn't want, there wasn't enough clear plastic to use some proper glue. But they fitted so well, I test fitted it in there like this, and then I couldn't get it out again to then put it in with the contactor. And as you can see at the bottom of the picture, that is the bumper as well, the rear bumper that's on its own. So I've just brush painted that, a couple of thin layers of matte black, and I'm keeping them matte and the front bumper matte, so they look like plastic. Yep, so that's me. That's the clear bits fitted, and they're not falling out. Excellent. Yeah, I pushed the glass in the front and the back fell out, so re-glued that all in. Glued it all together, let it set, and then decided to stick it on the front of the car. But like I said, the rest of the car has got a clear sort of gloss coat on it, and the bumpers I've left a slightly matte colour because they are like rubbery. I'll tell you, once that front bumper and number plate holder goes on with the side lights in, it just looks like a Lotus. And last but not least, we need to stick the rear bumpers on and the rear lower valance. So let's get that done just quickly. So there we have it, the finished model. Now then, because we've already got a gloss coat on it, we can stick the decals on, and we'll have a quick decal tutorial. So we cut the decal off of the plate, off of the backing paper. Now you want to get yourself one of these tweezers that hold themselves shut. And once you take the, that's it. Once you're not as hand-fisted and sausage-fingered as I am, now dip it in that warm water, dip it in there for 15 to 20 seconds, and then leave it until the decal slides around on the paper. Now none of these were very awkward. The little bottle there you see on your left is marked Fit Strong. I didn't put that on anything because none of the decals really needed to conform to any spaces. Everything was on a flat surface, so when it moves, slide it off the decal paper into place, get it just where you want it. It's a very small answer see, and we'll just speed up for the rest of the decals. Right, so that's pretty much all the decals fitted. One more to go, I think. But thanks everyone for watching. Make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell and have a look at some pictures of the finished model. Thank you very much.